friends, it is Thursday. At least I'm counting it as Thursday because I haven't slept and we all know the rules. And I'm going to talk about She-Hulk episode 6, which I did actually watch today. So look at that. We're just gonna dive right in. I enjoyed this episode. It was, as Jen said, a completely standalone wedding episode. Wasn't technically, but that's how it was built. And I loved it for that. So my first note says, ooh, I like the music, because the music that happened after the intro was fun. And then my next note says, OMG, who is this extra about their bridesmaid stuff? Absolutely insane. And the answer is Jen's friend from high school, Lulu, who is totally extra about this bridesmaid stuff. Like the fact that she had all of the like decorations on the outside of the box, and then when she opened the box, confetti came out, and then when she lifted other stuff up, there was just sparkles everywhere, and when she opened the card, glitter poured out. Like, whew, wow. Somebody needs to send Lulu that cleaning bill because it's a mess. But on the plus side, Jen leaving to go to a wedding means that Nikki and Mallory get to spend some quality time, and I'm about that because I have decided that I love them both very dearly, and I'm hoping that they bond, and that also that means that Mallory and Jen will be friends. And then I really liked when she was like, if you think this is an inconvenient time for this episode, you'd be right, but that's how weddings work. Great fourth wall break. In fact, there were a few in this particular episode that were very, very good. And I feel like we missed a lot of them last episode, so it was nice to sort of add them back in, and they were well done, as opposed to a few that I had felt a little weird about in previous episodes. But these ones, all great. And then when Jen shows up to the wedding as She-Hulk and she's so happy and excited, and then everybody else is so happy and excited for her, except for Lulu, who's really jealous. And like, I get it, Jen was getting attention, but man, cool down. If she's a good bridesmaid, she won't draw attention even if she looks like $1 million. Also, I have now seen those bridesmaids dresses, and wow, you did not need to worry. She-Hulk is great, is very attractive. Even she, probably not looking too good in that dress. So like, it'll be fine. But I did love that the end result was a title card that said, just Jen, attorney at law. I have enjoyed in these last few shows how much they've like messed with the title cards, which they did in other shows, changing like the fonts, and in Miss Marvel they changed the language, but in She-Hulk they have like changed the actual title often, and I thought that that was really kind of fun. And then we meet the divorce case that Jen gave up and that Mallory and Nikki are handling, and it is Mr. Immortal, and it's absolutely hysterical. This man has decided to legally kill himself to avoid getting divorced because he hates confrontation. So he just like goes out and technically kills that man and then starts a new man and I guess gets married again, which makes no sense. And then when Nikki and Mallory both start like taking him down and berating him, he like freaks out because he hates confrontation and jumps out the window. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely wonderful, and I loved it. My next note says, ooh, Titania's good. Like showing up at the wedding and then like playing it off like she's there for Lulu and Jen is crazy, just vicious in all of the best ways. I was impressed at her tact. Like Banner, absolutely amazing. Not like Bruce Banner, just like a Banner job. She did a great job. And then I wrote, oh, I like this Josh guy. He's charming. And that probably means he's evil, because years of MCU watching has given me an immediate distrust of any charming side characters. So sorry, Josh, you are unfortunately evil until proven good. I know, in a law show, I should really be going the other direction, but this is a law show in the MCU, and therefore I assume you are bad news. My next note just says, I love Mallory, which seems very self-serving when I say it out loud, but I mean the character in She-Hulk, not myself. Although I do love myself too, so I guess it works on all fronts. I love Mallory, full stop. And then we flash back to the wedding where Jen is really getting the rough end of the stick. Like, Jen, I love you, but I feel like these are not good friends because they are giving you all of the crap work, like ironing the groomsmen's shirts and a lot of other ridiculous stuff. And then they're all coupled up and walking down the aisle with their couple, and they're making you walk with Jonathan. And it turns out that Jonathan is like a tiny little teacup chihuahua. So that's great. I'm so sorry. Like, I can't believe your groomsman was a dog. That's terrible. And then Lulu asks you how your life is going, but doesn't care about any of the things you're actually doing and just wants to make you feel bad for not having a partner. And as an aromantic person who will probably not have a partner, I think that's rude as hell. And Lulu needs to shape up. And I think that, Jen, you deserve to have all of those drinks and enjoy your night. And while you're doing that, I am thoroughly enjoying Nikki and Mallory absolutely slaying. Like, their negotiation with the, turns out, myriad of exes of Mr. Invincible, so good. Like, Nikki is laying it all out, and I'm pretty sure that Mallory is gonna want to steal Nikki. And like, I love Mallory, so I'd be fine with that, and I hope she and Jen are gonna be friends, but like, maybe this is how they stop being friends. Because Mallory's like, no, I need Nikki, she's mine now. My paralegal, you cannot have her back. So we'll see. My next note says, oh, Josh is back, and he's still charming, and he still thinks that Jen is great. And I am still super suspicious of him. And will continue to be for the whole rest of the episode. That's just the way it works. But then Titania rolls in looking amazing to beat up Jen. And it's hilarious and a little bit nerve-wracking. And then she loses horribly and has to storm away, which was great. And then Lulu walks in and I was like, oh no, Lulu's gonna be so mad because she forbid Jen from being She-Hulk. But then she's too drunk to even care. She's like, oh my God, She-Hulk's at my wedding. And in that moment, I maybe did really, really wish that Madison's with two N's and a Y, but it's not where you think, had shown up this episode. I feel like this wedding would have been a great place to have her back. Just throwing it out there. She would have fit in. And then Nikki and Mallory find some dark, dark, dark stuff about She-Hulk. And Mallory's like, don't tell her because you'll make her worry about this stuff for nothing and it'll be really rough on her mental state. And Nikki's like, yeah, you're right. And then calls her and leaves a voicemail, which is awkward and concerning. But we instead get to watch Jen and Josh just be super cute. Like super adorable cute at the wedding eating fries after she's, you know, been way too drunk. And I'm still suspicious of him. And like, it cuts from surveillance of them to somebody who's clearly coming for her again, trying to get her blood because, you know, Hulk blood makes more Hulks, apparently. And I'm not surprised by that because I think Josh is in on it. I hope he proves me wrong, but like, I have no trust. And then I got to enjoy the end credits art. And the end credits art is always fun. Sometimes there's like little things, but I feel like this one given out way more than a lot of the other ones. They're the set of wedding photo strips, which included Lulu kissing the DJ, who is Jen's cousin, and not the groom. And I'm not even sure I saw, I think the groom was playing Mario Kart, maybe, but I have no real recollection of him. And also, I am maybe slightly sad that we didn't see Jen walk down the aisle with a tiny teacup chihuahua. Missed opportunity. And then the art of Titania getting her teeth fixed from where she so embarrassingly lost a fight to She-Hulk yet again. I liked that. And then, by far my favorite part is the 20 seconds of direct eye contact and a sincere apology that Mr. Immortal has to give to one of his wives, because that is what she agreed with. Which, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, sir. you married this woman and then you pretended to die and left her, and she is willing to settle for 20 seconds of eye contact and also and a sincere apology and no money. Like, that's impressive. That's really, really, really impressive. But clearly it is the worst price that he has to pay. Like, the way the art is done is so good because you can see like the sweat dripping down and like her self-satisfied smile and like Nikki holding up the timer and looking happy, and just the whole scene plays out so beautifully. And you realize that like Mr. Immortal is like, oh my gosh, why didn't she ask for all the money in the world? I would give her all the money in the world, and I would rather do that than spend this 20 seconds actually having to look at her directly in the eyes, because he's so afraid of confrontation. Yeah, this episode was really fun. It was fun to get away from the other like lawyery stuff with Jen and sort of step out of the comfort zone. It was fun to watch her beat Titania again. And Mallory and Nikki are unfortunately a incredible dynamic duo. And that's going to be hard to give up when she goes back to Jen. So I'll be interested to see how that works out. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Let me know if you also think that Josh is sus. And I will see you tomorrow.